Look at the top of my fish tank. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. I have to have my coffee. I can't remember what this old cup is called, but it tastes better in that. I don't know, it's cold, but it's like this cup's out of the 50s. My ADD, I had to throw that in. Focus. Yes, focus on this beautiful fish tank top. I know I'm feeling goofy because I just finished the top of this and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It makes me extremely happy. Like, I've taken this old fish tank. I want to do that now with these tanks here. I'm going to build a better shelf so I have more clearance. So like here, I have clearance from the top of this shelf here, right? And it's just stunning. It's so beautiful. And look what I did to the filter, right? Now the filter works perfectly. Oh my goodness. I added these spider plants. I've actually thinned them out since, and they all come out if you have to. All of this comes off as one piece. And then you can see underneath it, I have to clean that wheel. And oh my goodness, that plant, the spider plant, really takes the dirt out of the fish tank. Like, you should see the dirt that gets behind there. And with the spider plant, you can lift, the roots kind of come out all beautiful and white. They lift out, you can clean out the filter, put a new cartridge in, and stick them right back on top, thin them out, and they still will grow. They're such hardy things. Look at the thick white roots. Okay, and so it's, you know, it's easy to take off. If any piece is like rooted in, you can gently rip that away and not to fear. The plant will still do beautifully. And yeah, and I glued all this. You can take the top off and you can glue this on to the top. Like, I glued the stick, I glued the moss, I glued the fairy, well, I gotta touch up here a little bit, but it's beautiful. Okay, it takes away from the ugly fish tank top look. All canopies get ugly. You have to have a live growing canopy, and then get your light up high. I have to hide all this. This is my satellite cord, but yeah, I'm going to hide all that. You can have, I have light that comes in between just for the evening. Although you could have a brighter light on top if you were in the house. But if you're going to do this, maybe do it by a window so the plants get natural light and grow better. Like, look at this beautiful little plant I got at Walmart. All it said was tropical. Okay, it doesn't even tell me what the name was. So, but everything's a guess, right? And all I know is that it doesn't like to dry out, and it's in a tiny little pot, but it's right by the filter box, and I swear it wants to go in the filter box, and it's just popping out like crazy. Like, I've been able to get rid of some of the artificial flowers now. So most of this now is all real items, you know, like real fairies and real wood and real moss. Oh, okay, well, maybe the fairies aren't real, but that's just a minor detail. Look at the beautiful guppies. And now, without the top on, you can enjoy the top of your fish tank, because the view from the top is beautiful too. I always loved open fish tanks, always. And I always thought they needed to have more. Like here, and look what I'm doing now. I'm going to make it look like it belongs in fairyland. Okay, it belongs. It even has a mushroom growing out of the side of this fish tank. And I'm going to stick a little bit of moss. I'm just finishing this up. I'm not done at this part yet, so got to add a bit more glue, a few more sticks, and make all this disappear so it looks natural. Make the artificial part disappear. And wow, the guppies seem to love it. And the fairies, well, this just attracts more fairies. Okay, I'm just trying to be honest. It'll attract more fairies. Fairies will come to your fish tank. Look at how sweet everything came out. And this is all just natural lighting right now. There's a bit of glue on there. I got millions of babies. Gazillions. Okay, maybe not that many, but oh, and the colors are getting weird. This is a new young male. It's like a lemon color tail. That one right there, he took off. I've got all kinds of new young males. And some of the females have really pretty colors as well. At night, the colors show up even better. Like from the side here, you can see, but I've got a bit of, oh, what was that, glue. There, it's gone. This tank is going to be beautiful, and it fits right in to fairyland. Like, I have to do that. Get rid of the bottom. Make it all look natural. It's out here in my greenhouse with all the rest of the natural fairies. These flowers light up. They're really pretty. Oh, and I moved that little chorus clematis. I like him half poking out of the guppy pond here. This is the guppy pond. There's a bunch of hornwort, and there's a fish in there swimming, a little one. The hornwort's crowding it out. And, yeah, there's a fish in there. There's guppies in there with big, beautiful tails, too. This is that old metal pot. It's sort of galvanized. I don't know what that white coating's called, but you know, it never gets algae. Well, there's no overhead lighting except for the natural light. And it's got a nice little population of snails. And it's so easy to clean. Like once a month I clean a little filter. There's a little filter in the pump, but I'm careful not to make waves so the guppies don't go over the top. And then I've glued on little things like this to give it an edge. Oops. That one didn't stay. The glued around here, like when I'm putting up the glass and cleaning it, I just touch it up with more glue. But anyways, that looks cute there. Sometimes I make light waves with that when I'm cleaning it. But look at how sweet it is. And there's some beautiful colored guppies in there when they swim in the glass. I know it's crowded out with hornwort, but there's still a lot of fish in there. I've taken a bunch of these fish out and moved them inside a couple months ago. Because it is a small tank and the guppies don't know when to quit breeding. But it all came out beautiful in my little land of guppies and fairies. Yeah, everybody should have a tank top like this. This is way too cool. Look at how beautiful. You too can have a beautiful tank. And so, like I said, take the glue gun, make sure everything's on a GFI circuit. And if you're still unsafe, preheat the glue gun up, say from another electrical outlet, not far off. And when it's really hot, just unplug it and it'll stay hot for 5 minutes. And you can add enough glue to work quick to glue it without any electricity and any danger of electrocuting yourself. That's what I've been doing. I've preheated the glue gun just over there, quickly unplug it, run over here and glue another stick on. And you'll have 5 minutes before it gets too cold, before the glue won't come out, because the glue gun can get really hot. And then plug it back in and find some more sticks and some moss, and then grab it when it's hot in 5 minutes and glue another section on. That way, like, you can be assured that you won't be electrocuted if the glue gun is unplugged. Like, this is stunningly beautiful. It's an old fish tank top, okay? Like, the top of this tank, the lighting, I was not happy with. All it grew was horrible algae, right? Like some poor lighting, you get more algae, and you get the horrible algae that's not green and healthy. You get funny looking algae from artificial lighting. And and I've been able to clean this glass with just a sponge, and it seems to be staying clean. I mean, I've had it in here since September, and I just love what I've done. Okay, like, it's beautiful. Why hasn't anybody thought of this? It came out so fantastic. I know I could sit here and stare at it all day. Everything looks way better. It's more pleasing in the natural light as well. I know this is my homemade greenhouse I made myself, but it's a do-it-yourself project around here, or it won't get done. Actually, I like to do it myself. That way I have no interference with outside opinions, and I just do my own thing, right? And then you can be really creative when you just sit here, drink coffee, and ponder, what could I do now? Yeah, and that just turned out fantastic. I don't know if I showed you that. It all comes apart, this filter. It's so super awesome. I just took this off and glued it separately. Right, there's a fairy on there and everything. Oops. And then just put that back on. There we go. I glued everything. Well, this I just put a little bit of glue. I'll probably take. I'm not done this yet. I'll glue maybe another stone here and a little stone there. I've left some areas that I can't find all the material I need outside because everything's covered in snow. The spring's not coming. I've given up on spring for outside. No, hopefully it will come. It's just there's so much snow. But this is so nice to look at. At least I have a place to relax. And that is just a beautiful day in my greenhouse.